If you've only got one microphone for recording drums, you're probably struggling to get your recordings to sound good. In this video, I'll explain how to record drums with one microphone and let you hear recordings from different angles so that you can see the pros and cons of different mic placements. And at the end of this video, I'll have a link to another video that you can watch if you'd like to learn how to mix your drums that have been recorded with one microphone. Okay, so first off, where do you put the mic? It's simple. Put it close to the drum kit. Here's why. This is what it sounds like with the mic far away. This is what it sounds like when it's close. If you want a big, full sound, keep the microphone close. Okay, so where do you actually place the mic? Well, that's up to you. Find out where it sounds best with your particular setup. Generally, you want the mic facing your snare, so if it's in front of the kit, aim it at the snare. If it's above the kit, aim it at the snare. If it's behind the kit, aim it at the snare. How high should you put the mic? Well, if you put the mic too high, you'll end up picking up a lot of the cymbals in your recording, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it could be. If your mic is too low, you'll end up picking up a lot of the kick drum, which might be a bad thing. So let's take a quick listen to what my drum kit sounds like recorded from multiple angles using these tips we just talked about, and pick the best one to use for mixing. I actually really like how this sounds. Great tone on the toms and the snare. The cymbals are a bit bright and the kick lacks punch, so something to take note of. So let's put the mic above the edge of the kick, pointing at the snare. Pretty good tones overall, maybe a bit more balanced, but I'm not the biggest fan of that hollow snare sound, so let's move it maybe a little closer to the snare, and above. I like that. Now let's put it basically in the same spot, but lower towards the kick drum. Notice how this mic placement picks up more of the kick drum, but at the expense of that more full snare sound that I had with the previous recording. So as you can tell, each of these mic placements have their advantages and disadvantages, so just be aware of how your recordings are going to sound depending on where you put the microphone. If you want more cymbals, put it high. If you want it to be a little bit more bass kick drum heavy, put it a little bit lower, and somewhere in between tends to get a pretty good balance. Now, recording is just the first step. If you'd like to learn how to mix your drums now that have been recorded with one microphone, go ahead and check out this video. I go over a couple of tips using some basic effects of what you can do to make the drums sound a bit better. Thanks for watching.